I mean, I feel like everybody in here believes in me and trusts in me, and it's the same vice versa. I believe in everybody in this locker room from top to bottom, and so yeah, I mean, struggling the other night. Obviously, I wasn't feeling well at all, um, but decided to play or whatever, and got banged up a little bit, and came back. The thing about the NBA is you have a game, whether it's a night after or 2 nights later, and you get a chance to redeem yourself. So that's what we did tonight. They're a really good team and made it tough for us all game long, made some runs, but we found a way to win.
Trey, could you kind of explain like the because I'd never heard of a rib sprain before,
Hmm.
what that was feeling like for you and how it affected your shot, especially tonight?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I told them to make it more simple for y'all. They told me a whole different crazy word that they were gonna put out, and I was like, nah, just make it more simple. So yeah, I mean, maybe you haven't heard of it, but that's just what it was. It was. I was taking deep breaths, and I couldn't every time it felt like a cramp was in my rib and on my right side, and so anytime I would cut or anytime somebody would bump me, like even the slightest touch, I just felt achy. I was sick all night. It was. I'm human, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gets sick. I mean, I don't want to put nasty thoughts in people's heads, but people get sick. And so I was sick that night and I wasn't feeling well. And I really couldn't breathe on my right side. I was taking deep breaths and it felt like it was just chest pain. And yeah, and so it was like a cramp. So it's kind of like, and it was where it was at and where they said my rib. So that's kind of why they put it that way.
Trey, you love playing the Knicks, whether it's here or in Madison Square Garden. Down the
Hmm.
stretch there, the crowd's getting into it. What's going through your mind when you're at home and the crowd seems, 50-50 or maybe even more so,
Yeah.
at that end?
Um, I mean, anytime we in Atlanta, I feel like we we got more people in here than they do. No matter how many fans they got in here. I know there's some real Atlanta fans in the building that were mad that they started yelling and doing what they do. It's in the only place they do that at. But it seems like it gets loud here, obviously. But obviously, when that happens, you just try to win the game. And at the end of the game, you want your team to be cheering the loudest, and that's what happened. I mean, our fans stayed and they left, so that's the best part about it. Nah, I ain't waiting nobody out tonight. They just went out the door.
Hey Trey, obviously Zach had a career night,
Yeah.
obviously early in his rookie season. What's it like, with it being so early to see his progression, to see his, lack of fear and just being aggressive on the floor so early in his rookie year?
Yeah, I mean it's great to see. It's gonna happen. I'm not surprised to be honest with you. I knew it was bound to happen eventually, and I know it's gonna continue to happen the way he's playing. Uh, I mean, you can ask him. I mean, there's things that I've shown him and things that I mean I struggled my first couple months and weeks into my rookie year, and then um, I was in rookie of the year debates in the second half. So it's 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 part of it. You're gonna go through ups and downs in any NBA season, but especially in your rookie year. And I know he wants to win. I know he wants to contribute, and I just want him to always continue to stay positive and keep his head on the right path and right track. And then he'll have games like he did tonight where he's not focused on what he did in the previous games or how bad or good he shot the previous games. He's focused on tonight, and he has games like this, and you really get to see the real Rook.
Trey, I wanted to ask you about rebounding. You had 6 rebounds tonight, and just you guys out rebounded them 48-41. Especially that last Zach second free throw miss that you got the rebound off of. Just
Hmm.
how important has it been for you to kind of crash the boards?
It's very important. Very important this year. Obviously, we got some guys out, and Clint can't be the only guy down there rebounding or when he gets in the game. So we got to help those guys out. Jalen did a great job tonight rebounding. Um, I think he had 15 plus rebounds. He just when he rebounds like that, it makes our team that much better because he can rebound and go. But yeah, I just try to get out there and get some rebounds and help my team in that way too, and not just be two-dimensional and scoring and getting everybody involved and trying to mix in some rebounds too when I can get it.
Trey, so this team this year is top 5 in pace this year. Obviously, Jalen, Dyson, Zach, the power wings. How have they been able to get easy baskets in transition and also elevate the defensive ceiling of this team for this season?
You said Dyson and who?
Dyson, Zach, as well as Jalen, always running in transition.
Yeah, I mean, since I've been on this team, even my rookie year, we've always been a really good offensive team. I don't know what we've ranked as far as pace and all that, but offensively, we've always been pretty high when I've been able to play. But this team, like, we get to play fast, and like you said, we top 5 in pace, and it feels that way. Like when we're out there on the court, we're pushing it. Multiple guys are pushing it. I had a turnover to begin the game, and Dyson wasn't looking, and even Dyson and everybody on our bench knew that it was okay because that's what we preach. Like we preach for our guys to turn their heads, and when guys aren't looking, they know I'm gonna get them the ball, and so we can get quick points and quick, easy points, and those are deflating to the other team. So you try to play with pace and you try to play fast, and everybody says they want to do it, but not every team does it. So for us to be playing that way right now is good. We got a long ways to go to keep going and playing that way, and but it's a good thing that we're playing that fast, and those guys help a lot on both ends because they can get stops and then run out, and we play fast, so it's good.
There was a possession late. I don't have my notes in front of me. It was a key possession, and you were kind of blitzed near the half court, and Shea went to the
Middle.
foul line. Yeah. What did you see on that play? And then, the confidence to give it to him. He hit kind of a difficult mid-range shot on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've been blitzed a million times, so I know what to do when I get blitzed. It's just about making sure everybody's in the right spots. And although he's a rookie, he's very smart. He knows where to go and where to go into the sweet spots. And we've practiced that. We haven't practiced it long, but we've practiced it. And so he listened to Q, and he went to the middle, and I was able to find him, and he knew what to do. He knew to turn around to score if Cat didn't step up, but if he stepped up, Clint was right behind him to catch the lob. So the name of the game is hard whenever you have a guy out there that you have to double, because then there's too many good players in this league. When you play 4-on-3, you're really in trouble. So that's why most teams don't like to trap, and if they do, they trap late in the game. And but yeah, Zach made a hell of a play. That was a big possession for us, and that was a big turnaround floater, jumper, whatever you want to call it. Gotcha.